Hey everybody, welcome back to Champ and Sons as we are now going to be here in the national title game of our NCAA football 14 series. We are facing off against the Buckeyes from Ohio State. Right now we are sitting at 13-0, the number 1 team in the nation. And really, that has been behind our rushing offense this whole season. The option offense has been our bread and butter, shall we say. Now, Ohio State is probably, I would say, a little bit of a more well rounded team, at least as far as their scoring goes, coming off the passing and the rushing as well. And so that's why this is definitely going to be a tough game for our offense. Like I said, we are the coordinator, so we will be only playing on the offensive side. The defense, all that is simmed. So this is it. The national title game right now. Here we go, underway. And so we have the ball just at the beginning of the first quarter here, 9 minutes to go out of the 10-minute quarters we have assigned. Paul Green is going to get the snap, fires it over the middle to Ross. Hey, knocks a man on his keister. Oh, my goodness. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. He laid some lumber right there. Ross Lundy gets 12 yards on that reception. Probably should have only been about 5, but he refused to go down, and he lowered his shoulder and made the defender pay for attempting to bring him down. And so after that gain, we now have another 1st and 10 here, coming at about the 40-yard line. Paul Green is going to be in the shotgun once again. Option keeper. He's up the middle. Paul Green gets brought down after an 8-yard rush by him, and he has been outstanding for us on the ground. He has struggled with his accuracy a little bit passing, but that, in a sense, is negated by the way he runs the option and is able to maintain this offense. So now on a 2nd and 2 from about the 50-yard line, Paul Green gets the snap. And he gets over the ball, hands it off to Anthony Gray. He gets a big-time rush. And that was a great one as he now is well over 1,500 yards for the season. And Anthony Gray is our Heisman Trophy winner this year. He did bring home the award. And, I mean, looking at his stat line they just showed, it's not a surprise. 1,500 rushing yards, 20-some-odd TDs. You can't help but just love that kid for what he was able to do on the field and how hard he worked for us. And so on the very next play, we're getting his backup, who will probably be our starting running back going into next season, Al Roberts. Get him some time carrying the ball as he does gain 5 yards on that 1st and 10 carry. So now we do have possession of the ball at about the 37-yard line. Here, continuing to keep this first drive going, trying to get points up on the board. And this one, we do get the snap. Green does fire it over to the right side. Shane Swain off down the right side for 19 yards, tiptoeing right at the sideline. Runs a beautiful route and actually brings it down 2 feet inbounds. Needed only 1, but he got 2. And that's another big-time play for this offense here as we are ticking. Now we have the ball at the 18-yard line as we continue to fight forward well into the red zone. So once again, from the shotgun formation, Paul Green, a little bit of play action, rolls out to his right, and is going to be brought down. He just we drifted off to our right side, which just inadvertently put us into where all the pressure was coming from. And so he does go down after a big-time sack, and that's going to be a loss of about 8 yards on that one and knock us all the way to the 26, 27-yard line. And so with the 2nd and 18, Green is going to be in the shotgun 4-wide set as he does a little option keeper, spins up the middle, loses his footing, but regains himself and is brought down after a gain of 9 yards. That was his 3rd rush for the day, and really his first only truly successful rush is what I would say, as he does get us to the 16-yard line. Now, even after that big-time gain, we are still at a 3rd and 8, so we're going to go 4 wide once again from the shotgun formation. Paul Green gets the snap, scans over the field, fires it quickly to the left. Sean Thomas fighting forward down to the 1-yard line. Sean Thomas, 15-yard reception on that one. And he fought forward after the catch. Once contact was made, kept going, kept his feet churning, and we are down at the 1. And that is a big-time play, especially on a 3rd and 8 to be able to complete that type of pass. And so 1st and goal, and it looks like they actually spotted us at about the 2-yard line. which is a shame. I think we should have been at the 1. But first and goal, nevertheless, in the pistol formation, Paul Green hands it off to Anthony Gray. Heisman Trophy, up the middle, national championship touchdown right there to open this one up. Oh my goodness. Anthony Gray shoots right up the hole. There was not anywhere near him. Everybody blocked up. Beautiful play by this offense. And that would give us an early lead, which is something that we would definitely need because Ohio State and their offense would get rolling. And now, after they scored a touchdown, trying to answer him back, Paul Green gets a 13-yard rush off to the left side, and he's got 22 rushing yards now in this evening. So that big-time gain by Paul Green does give us a first down. I'm at about our 38-yard line. And now he's going to be in the shotgun formation. Once again, 3 wide receivers. Hands it off to Anthony Gray, the right side. He kicks it out. He's got open space. Anthony Gray down the right sideline. 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Anthony Gray. Touchdown, Tennessee. Oh, my goodness. What a run by Gray. He kicked it out, and once he had nothing in front, it was open space. He said, "See you later." And he was gone. Beautiful blocking set up by, Darrell Smith up the field. And there he goes off to the races and fights forward, breaks a couple tackles, and is into the end zone as we will extend our lead 14-7. Not to be outdone, though. Ohio State fights back very clearly, and the score is now 14-14 here as we get closer to the end of the first half. Paul Green off to the left side on the option keeper gets up 14 yards right there as he's now got 32 rushing yards on the game. He does eclipse the 1,000-yard mark with the carry before that did not get shown. So now after that carry, Paul Green drops back. He throws the ball. It's going to be intercepted. He jumped the route, and Paul Green finally makes the tackle, forcing the man out of bounds. That'll be the first turnover and the biggest mistake that we could have made right there. And look at that. He just jumped that route on the curl, and that was, we talk about making stupid mistakes. Well, that was definitely one of them. And so on our next drive, trying to make up for it because Ohio State would take that ball and go down and score a touchdown. And now they lead 21-14 here as this first half is working to come on to a close. And, man, we made those mistakes earlier in the season, but we've bounced back from them. I'll say this, outside of probably the Alabama game, and I'd say Georgia, I don't think we've played any teams as powerful as Ohio State. And so trying to play smart here, we're getting the ball out to good, solid completions like that to Ross Lundy, who's now got 33 yards on the evening. Paul Green is 6 of 7. The one incompletion was that interception. So, a pretty good night for him. You do kind of feel confident, a lot more confident now throwing the ball with him than what we were before. So we'll see if we can continue that. On a 1st and 10, we drop it off to Shane Swain on the left side. Swain down and gets about 12 yards on that one and gets out of bounds. So that one will stop the clock as we continue moving the ball forward. Here, about 1:18 to go in this first half as we come to the line, 3 wide receivers, 2 backs set here in the shotgun formation. Green gets the snap. Pressure's coming. He fires it over the middle. It's going to be intercepted. No, that's not what we needed. Another mistake occurs right there at about the 1-minute mark. Looking for Darrell Smith. Burns, though, he just had the route the whole way. The pressure had the pass be a little bit more inaccurate than what we would normally expect on a throw like that. And so Ohio State will take the lead into halftime. 21-14. And look, we've come back all year. I talked about it a minute ago. So this is just another opportunity, right? We are on our way to the top. We didn't think it would be easy. We never thought it'd be given to us. After what happened last season, we knew it was going to be, a lot more harder work. And we put in that work. We truly have to be a great team. And I really think we are. Little mistakes like that one, we should have seen him jumping the route, and then the pressure got to us on that throw, that last interception there. So back-to-back offensive drives that ended the first half for us, ended with an interception. We need to probably get back to putting the ball on the ground. We tended to run it too much or try to pass it too much. We did have 80 yards passing versus 161 rushing to their 56 passing to 96 rushing. So yardage wise, we're completely dominating. It's just we have to follow through with that on the scoreboard and avoid those turnovers there, and continue fighting. Now, we are going to actually advance a little bit forward to about a minute to go in the third quarter, where the score is still 21-14 as we continue to try to claw our way back. Our defense has done a very good job of holding this team off, for the most part, and keeping the score keeping it a one-score game. So we have got to start paying them back for that effort eventually. As an offense, that is our duty. So 2nd and 6 now. Green gets a snap. They bring the pressure once again. Fires it. Gets Darryl Smith. And this time he hits him 19 yards down the field. Big time play right there. Green to Smith. Should be used to hearing that happen after the last 2 seasons of these two being together. And so now, actually, we are going to try to get this snap off before the end of the quarter, and we do. Anthony Gray cuts it to the left. Touchdown! The game is tied before the end of the quarter. Oh, my goodness. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. School rushing record for touchdowns in a season acquired by Anthony Gray on that one. He now has 18 touchdowns rushing the ball here in this season. And so on the very next drive that we have, Ohio State did get to go down, and they did score a touchdown. So even after we tied it up, even after everything that Gray has given us and the 3 touchdowns on the ground for him, we find ourselves still trailing by 7. And our passing game, I wouldn't say it's nullified, but it has definitely taken a hit. Now, Anthony Gray continues to be a dominant factor for us, as he picks up 15 yards, and he has 200 yards total on the ground in this one. That's a national championship like none other to have that type of game. 200 yards, 3 touchdowns, still half a quarter to go. So on the very next play, hand it off to Gray again, and why not? As he's going to pick up 8 yards for us on that 1st and 10 to bring up a 2nd and 2 now at the 24-yard line of Ohio State. Trying to get this one tied back up. I want to use some clock, but I got to leave enough just in case Ohio State scores. I have to leave enough for us to get the ball back and try to at least get a tie or a lead. So we will hand it back off to Anthony Gray. Bounces off a man and is brought down again. His 3rd rush in a row, and why not? I mean, he's just been a dominant factor all night. Keep it going with that young man, and let's keep fighting forward. So now on the 1st and 10, going to be shotgun formation. A little bit of play action. Paul Green drops to his left. He runs back and throws that one away. Whoo, that was close. That was close to a big-time sack that I'm not sure we could actually come back from that type of sack, to be completely honest with you. Got to be more careful than that. So 2nd and 10 now. This time we're going to be in a shotgun or pistol formation. Option, handed off to Gray, bounces off a man and gets over to the left side and picks up a gain of 6 yards right there. And 218 yards now on the ground. He's still lower than 10 yards per rush. Now, granted, an 80-yard touchdown will do that for you, but still, what a performance by that young man. 3rd and 4 as we go with an option keeper. Paul Green off to the right side, fights forward, and gets a gain of 7. We needed 4 to stay alive, but we got 7. And so now we have a 1st and goal coming up at the 6-yard line here, still trailing by 7. Score is 28-21. Look at that, 436 total yards, like 280. Total domination outside of the scoreboard. And on the very next play, option keeper once again, Paul Green, 6 yards this time, inching ever closer to the tying score, as Paul Green has about 80 yards in this game. So now 2nd and goal. Green is going to be in a pistol formation. As he gets set, option. He keeps it himself, fights forward, pushes his shoulder down. He's into the end zone. This game is tied up. Oh, my goodness. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Paul Green would not be denied that one, and he will tie this game with 3 minutes and 19 seconds remaining here in the half. And our defense pulls off an amazing 3-and-out against this Ohio State offense. And so we do get the ball back, and that's going to be a big-time hit by that defense. We got the ball back. We have a chance to drive down and score. And this is going to be a big opportunity. This is where legends are made right here, ladies and gentlemen. This is how you become a part of college football lore. 2 minutes ago, national title game, 2nd and 12. Paul Green is going to be in a pistol formation. He's got 2 receivers to his right. He drops back, gets the pass off. Anthony Gray has a feet reception, but his feet are tripped up. Good tackle by the defender. You got to give that young man credit. And Gray is stopped for a 4-yard loss. So now we have 3rd and 16 here. Just coming up to about a minute left in this one. Now, we do still have all our timeouts, but, it's one of those things, not sure I want to use them. So here we go. 3 wide, 1 tight end. Green with the snap. They bring the pressure. Corey Lee up the middle. Got a big-time 18-yard reception. Oh, my goodness. Paul Green found his tight end. Shooting right up the middle, got it over the linebackers and right in front of the safeties. Beautiful play by this offense, and we are still alive. On the very next 1st and 10, as we do go a little bit quicker now, hand it off to Gray. And he got up the middle only for 2 yards. So we are going to keep this hurry-up offense. We are at 50 seconds left in the game, 5-0, trying to get a game-winning score. Here we go, shotgun formation, 3 wide receivers once again. Hand it off to Gray to the right side. He has a hole. Fights forward. And Anthony Gray goes down after 8 yards. That does give us a 1st down. So the clock does temporarily stop for them to move the chains. Now we go hurry up formation once again. Change some things up. Paul Green making some hot route reads. Hands it back off to Anthony Gray to the right side. Fights forward and is finally going to be brought down after another gain of 8. He's at 21 rushes, 236 yards, 3 touchdowns on this game. Just averaging just over 11 yards per carry. So now we did call a timeout. So we are at 32 seconds. The clock is stopped. And Paul Green gets the snap. He's going to fire to the left side. Corey Lee, he fights forward, stiff arming a man, and is finally brought down at about the 30-yard line, it looks like. That was his 2nd reception of the day, and what a big reception it was. And now with the 1st down, the clock does stop, so we continue to go in hurry-up mode. Green in the shotgun. He's got Anthony Gray to his left. Hands it off to him. Going right. Good blocking. Anthony Gray down for 9 yards. Just keep racking up those numbers. 245 yards on the ground now. And we are still keeping it fast pace. Still moving. 9 seconds left in this game. Got to get down and call a timeout. Or score a touchdown, but he's going to be blasted at about the 10-yard line. And with 5 seconds remaining, we do call a timeout. That is a big-time play. And here comes the field goal. This is what it takes to win a national championship. Tie game, 28-28. The kick is up. It's good! It's good! Tennessee's taking the lead, 31-28. What a kick by our man who has had some troubles this year. Great drive by the offense. Big-time lead. Now 2 seconds do remain. And Ohio State has one last little Hail Mary shot. And the pass is up. It's bobbled. It's dropped. Tennessee wins. National championship is ours. We are taking it home. The Volunteers are number 1 in the land. What a game that was. Oh, my goodness. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. And to think the work that we have put into this. 2 seasons. After being obliterated and embarrassed by teams like Georgia and Alabama, to coming up this year, one of the most difficult schedules we've had, and really one of the most difficult schedules in all of college football, whether it be Texas at Austin, Kansas State to start, Alabama, Georgia, South Carolina. Every team that we played had the opportunity. A lot of them had the lead on us, but we came back. We never stopped fighting. And Anthony Gray, the Heisman Trophy winner, is an embodiment of our attitude and when it comes to playing football here at Tennessee. He never gave up. He went from backup last season to Heisman Trophy winner this year. And we are national champions. From dreams to reality, we have taken it to the top. Ladies and gentlemen, 31-28. Last second field goal, which our kicking game is not guaranteed. So, I mean, in all reality, I would have been fine had we gone to overtime as well, but we didn't have to. So, we have taken the national championship, and it's time for this dynasty to take its part of beginning and getting its seat at the table of some of the greatest in college football history. Now, with that being said, this season may be over, but we will be back in the next season. And for that, remember to subscribe if you have not already. And to go ahead and hit that little notification icon to be notified when all of Champ and Son content does get uploaded, especially season 3. And with that in mind, ladies and gentlemen, I will see you when season 3 does begin in that next episode. So thank you for joining us. Thank you for your support. And as always, everybody, stay safe. And well, you know how it goes by now. Later, y'all.